The Royal Mail ship, RMS Titanic, remains etched in the collective consciousness, not merely as a vessel, but as a symbol of both unprecedented technological ambition and catastrophic failure. Launched as the largest ship afloat and lauded for its luxury, its maiden voyage in April 1912 turned into one of the most infamous maritime disasters in history. Built during an era of intense competition for transatlantic dominance, Titanic represented the White Star Line's bid to prioritize comfort and scale over the raw speed pursued by rivals like Cunard. This presentation examines the multifaceted story of the Titanic, from its ambitious design to its tragic demise. The genesis of the Titanic lies in the fierce commercial rivalry dominating the North Atlantic passenger trade. J. Bruce Ismay of White Star Line and Lord Pirrie of Harland and Wolff Shipbuilders conceived a new class of liners that would be the largest and most luxurious afloat, emphasizing comfort and elegance over velocity. At 882 feet long, with a gross tonnage of 46,329, Titanic featured 10 decks, a powerful propulsion system, and was divided by 15 transverse bulkheads into 16 compartments, leading to claims it was practically unsinkable. Operating a vessel of Titanic's scale required approximately 900 crew members organized into 3 main departments. Captain Edward John Smith, the Millionaire's captain, commanded the ship with his team of officers responsible for navigation and safety. The engineering department worked in intense heat to maintain the ship's power, while the victualling department, the largest contingent, ensured passenger comfort. Specialized personnel included the Marconi wireless operators and Thomas Andrews Guarantee Group from Harland and Wolff. On Wednesday, April 10, 1912, Titanic cast off from Southampton, beginning her highly anticipated journey to New York. After a near collision with the SS City of New York, she proceeded to Cherbourg, France, where passengers were ferried aboard by tenders. The next day, Titanic reached Queenstown, now Cove, Ireland, taking on the final passengers, mostly third-class Irish emigrants. With approximately 2,224 passengers and crew aboard, she set course across the Atlantic, gradually increasing speed as the engines were run in. Life aboard Titanic was sharply delineated by class, reflecting the rigid social structures of the Edwardian era. First-class passengers inhabited a realm of unparalleled luxury, with prominent figures including John Jacob Astor IV, Benjamin Guggenheim, and Margaret Molly Brown. Daily life revolved around meals, socializing within respective class areas, and utilizing available amenities. The stark differences in accommodation, location, and access between classes would prove to be critical factors in determining passengers' chances of survival during the disaster. The first few days of Titanic's Atlantic crossing were uneventful, with the ship making steady progress and gradually increasing speed. On Sunday, April 14th, the weather changed dramatically as the ship crossed into the cold Labrador Current, with air temperature dropping significantly. Throughout the day, Titanic's wireless operators received multiple ice warnings from other ships. Critically, the Mesaba warning, which indicated ice directly in Titanic's path, and the final Californian warning were never relayed to the bridge. Despite the warnings received, Captain Smith maintained speed at over 21 knots. The impact was described by many as a subtle vibration or grinding noise, not a violent crash. Andrews delivered his grim verdict to Captain Smith around 11:50 p.m. With 6 compartments breached, the ship was designed to withstand flooding of only 4. Titanic was doomed and had perhaps only an hour to an hour and a half left afloat. As the evacuation proceeded, Panic gradually set in among remaining passengers. The ship's downward angle increased dramatically after 2 a.m., and around 2:17 a.m., survivors heard loud structural failure noises as the ship broke apart under immense strain. The contrast between Carpathia's heroic rescue efforts and Californian's inaction became a focal point of subsequent investigations. While Captain Lord maintained he was further away and the ship scene was not Titanic, both the U.S. Senate inquiry and British Wreck Commissioner's inquiry concluded that had Californian responded promptly, many more lives could have been saved. The catastrophic loss of life stemmed from multiple factors. Titanic carried only 20 lifeboats, sufficient for barely half those aboard, yet ironically exceeding the outdated British Board of Trade regulations. Many boats, particularly those launched early, left significantly under capacity due to confusion and poor evacuation procedures. Class disparities played a crucial role in survival rates. First-class passengers, located closer to the boat deck and better informed about the danger, had a 62% survival rate compared to just 25% for third class. The disaster led to major maritime safety reforms, including requirements for sufficient lifeboats for all aboard and 24-hour wireless operations.